enjoy a lot the vacation, and taking care of the kids, that is a really uh, hard job to do. Two kids are like crazy, mainly when the one is a little boy, a little baby. It's demand a lot of attention and patience. But anyways, but for me, being a father and you know build a family for me is everything. So in the end, everything pays off, worth it. So that's it.
The topic today is not for you because we are talking about spending time alone and you are a family guy, so please leave. And in the other conversation, we can come back.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm kidding. Thank you so much, Bruno. And you, Leticia,
My pleasure.
please.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Letícia. I am 20 years old. I live in Barueri, São Paulo. I am on vacation. Thanks God. I am enjoying my vacation because I was tired. I am at the college. I have been here in Talk since April last year, and that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining. And Michael, can you introduce yourself again for the fans? Because we are live, by the way, so go ahead.
Hi guys, good evening. And I am married. My name is Michael. I am married. I am I am a student in PhD. Is I'm finished in next month. And I am from 10 days from New York. In New York and finish PhD is very complication, but okay. and and I am moving from Viçosa. I am moving now for Viçosa for Luiz Eduardo Magalhães, Bahia. Yes, I don't have kids. I don't have cats. I don't have pets, and I love football. I love NFL, basketball, and this American sport, but I don't understand nothing from baseball. Yes, but this is
Just like to watch. Yeah, I see. So I'm gonna introduce myself to Michael. I'm a host over here. I'm 28. I live with my family. What else? I'm a dog person. I'm not on vacation like these guys over here, but I'm a person who I work with English classes, and right now I'm also working with finance, so I need advice from Bruno. This is something we can discuss later. I like to go to
Anytime,
the
anytime.
beach. Yeah, thank you. And I'm from Bahia as well, so that's why I said that is the best state, Michael. I'm also from Bahia. I live in Ilhéus.
yes, yes. Bahia the best, the best.
Yeah, the guys can just accept. So question number 2. Like I said, our topic is spending time alone. So what activities do you enjoy doing when you are alone? Leticia, can you start sharing about yourself?
So I like to watch videos on YouTube about travel and food. I think it's my favorite subjects and curiosities or history. And I used to try to cook something because if it gets wrong, there anyone to experiences. So I think it's more comfortable to me because I really like food and cook and gastronomy because I don't have this gift. I don't know how to do exactly, but I like read some book because I I don't like to read with a lot of people around me with noises, so I try to enjoy my time alone doing it.
Yeah, and do you usually spend more time alone or with other people?
More with other people almost all the time, but I like it's okay for me.
Good. I'm happy for you. And can you choose someone to answer the question now?
Michael,
Yes, my activity for alone is I am watching my favorite movies, my favorite series, because my favorite series and movies know exactly is favorite movies the my wife. If I like the YouTube videos from and travel and in different types the videos is and I I I sleep alone. I am sleep alone because alone is but in the time I am no tipo eu não fico muito sozinho but I am com many peoples and my wife and my family. It's little bit time alone. This is Bruno.
Yeah, my turn. Thank you, man. So in my case, when I'm alone, I like to, I like to practice sports. I like to read something. I like to watch some. I like to watch series, TV series. But nowadays, it's really hard to be alone because we, me and my wife, we had a baby, recently. So a baby demands a lot of time, so you need to be there all the time, pay attention, So it's really rare to have time to be alone. But when I have, I like to to do these activities, For example, I know that it's really difficult to have time to be alone. So I prefer to do my activities early in the morning, like I like to wake up in the first time. I like in my house, I'm the first to wake up. So I do what I need to do, and then I know that the day will be busy and I will be ready for this, because I already have done my activity. So for me, I try to plan like this. Of course, that most of the time the plans that we have not uh, happen, but I always try to do my best, And when I don't have this time for myself, I feel a little bit frustrated. But I'm kind of learning uh, deal with it, because we need to accept some situations in our lives, because sometimes you will not have time, and that's okay, That's it. And you, Sarah, what do you like to do when you are alone?
Nothing. I really like doing nothing. Sometimes it's necessary, But I like
Yeah,
I'm trying to get back to my book, so that's why I'm reading a little bit every day, I like to go to the beach and go walk, for example, because here we have the airport. It's close to the beach, so whenever an airplane takes off, we get to see it from a short distance, not so short that it's unsafe, but it's close, So I like to go there and just think about where people are going. I don't know. It is a weird hobby, but I like to spend some time just relaxing near the nature, and I like music as well. And Yeah, I would say spending time with my family, but it's not to be alone, so it doesn't make sense. Just something that I I had in my mind over here.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, because I'm also a family person, so they are always in my mind, I guess. Thank you for asking, Bruno. And guys, let me choose another question for us to discuss. Okay, number 5. Bruno is a father, so he was talking about having time for himself and all of this. So, Bruno, how do you recharge and relax during solo moments? How is this for you?
Yeah, well, it's a good one. Hard to think about it. When I, as I said, when I have time to do what I want to do, this is the time that I have to relax. And I always try to be positive about the things that I have around me, because sometimes, for example, as I said, I am right now, I'm in the middle of this storm, let's say like this, because uh, a child demands a lot of time and work, but I know that it will pass. It's just a phase, just a season, let's say like this. And that's what I have in my mind that make me feel better, and see my family in a good health, even though sometimes we pass through hardships, it's normal, not just in my case, but in all the cases, each one of you guys, you live your life, and sometimes you will pass through hardships, it's normal, it's part of the life. But I believe that the important thing is have patience, and patience I have a lot, and have like faith that everything is gonna be alright, Like there is a word that I don't remember right now, but it's like always try to mood, be positive. Be positive is the word that I was looking for, So I believe that be positive and be grateful for what you have achieved, so far is the best way to overcome everything that comes, And so for me, that's it. That's it. And you, Tisa, how do you recharge and relax during solo moments?
So I try to go to silent environments because I really love silent environments without noise pollution, and I don't know, I try to do things only by pleasure, without pressure, without time to finish, only watching something or doing nothing, as Sarah said. So things like this, or sleep if I am tired, and things like this. But the fact that there's no pressure, I think it's the better way to relax, because you don't need to think about tasks. It's only a moment to doing nothing. And I really like it's necessary, absolutely. And you, Michael?
Yeah. In my case, and for me, and relax and recharging is sleeping. Sleeping is the best moment in the day, and and my passion for work and student, and the passion for the day, and sleeping is the best melhor remédio, the best remédio para for problem. I think there's no for me. I think that everything is sleep is is very good for relax and recharge.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Sometimes you need a good night of sleep before making a decision that could help you to not freak out or to not do something crazy that could have negative outcomes in your life. So I really, I'm a fan, like just like you. I love sleeping. And I'd say I would add meditation. I like it. I need to get back to this habit because it was quite helpful for me. And also writing. I really like to put the words on paper. I know it is old. I don't know, it is not so modern to do that nowadays, but I like it because sometimes I don't want to say, I don't want to express out loud, you know. So if I write, I have my way of handling these feelings, and I don't need to show other people. But somehow I'm thinking in a more reserved way, and that makes me feel calm, you know. So sometimes it's all that you need to be to be at peace and quiet, and just let the words flow. I think it is quite helpful. Uh, so let's skip some questions and go to number 7. If you had a script here, you can forget because I'm skipping all questions. But let's go. Leticia, could you read number 7?
So how do you strike a balance between socializing and having time for yourself? So I say that I don't experience a lot of moments by myself because almost all the time I'm with my family. But I think all of us know when we need to be alone. And I think if we respect it, it's a good way to deal. I think it's impossible sometimes, but as far as possible, if we respect our necessity to be alone, it's a good way because I think it can avoid stress, exhausting, and things like this. It's different, depends people on people, and that's it. And you, Bruno?
Yeah, that's a good question. Good question because uh, we we all, I think that we all do something related with working or studying, and in these activities we need to interact with other people, right? And sometimes we don't have time to do anything, because we have a lot of on our plates, so it's really complicated. I always make uh, jokes with my wife that sometimes my social battery is not so high, and I need to recharge sometimes. I'm a kind of person that I like to be alone. I mean, alone with my family, it's funny to say this because when you say alone, you are alone with anyone else. But in my case, alone with my family is everything for me, because we make jokes between us, among us, and it's really nice. It's hard to say, For example, sometimes at work we need to receive some uh, sales people, because people come, go and come, and we need to like make the introduction about the work, about the company, and so on. Sometimes you are not so in the mood, but we need to do it, And that is like when you are with your social battery low, I think that the you need to be straight to the point. You can't be like so. People usually say that I'm a salesman because I like to talk a lot sometimes, but it's hard to say, because people they don't they don't is not their fault because you are not in a good mood. You need to have it in mind. So every time that you are with your social battery low, at least you need to be polite. At least this, because if you are not polite, man, forget about it. And yeah, and take your time, make your activities, like the activities that you like to do. Spend some time alone if you can, listen some music, and try to recharge, relax, think positively. I think that's the way to recharge and be in a good mood, at least to have this interaction. And when people know you in a and deep, people will look at you, and they will realize that you are not in a good mood. So it's better to let you alone and move on. Maybe another day and another time they can speak with you because you will be better. So basically that's it. And you, Mr. Michael, how do you strike a balance between socializing and have time for yourself, man?
Yeah, man, it's good question. Good and difficult question. I think for my case, I think the automatic mode, because I don't know because the 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 equilibrium is, I think the equilibrium is not, is natural, is natural, but I think the in my case is the automatic mode. It's and I'm socializing from people. The moment it's necessary for me alone. This moment, because my wife, it's okay for me. It's, but I think there's the my case the automatic mode. I don't know if this question is good question. I think the my case it is. And you, Sarah?
Yeah, I was trying to collect a little bit on all your answers, and I agree that it's important to know yourself, and maybe it's a better moment for you to not be in company of other people. It was really interesting. And I'd say that there is a difference between being alone and being lonely. Being alone, it's something we all face. Like, I'm studying, I need this time for myself. I'm relaxing, I want this time for myself. But being lonely, it's like I can be with other people around, but I don't feel like I can count on these people. So it is like I feel like I have to do everything by myself because I don't have friends. It's something, in my opinion, that could lead to depression, for example. Because if you are isolated, you don't because you have to solve everything alone. So when I came up with this question about this balance between socializing and being alone, it is about that was what I was thinking, that we need to find ways to have this time for ourselves, but also that is important to be with others, learn from them, have a good laugh, eat with them, have fun, to live a life. That is not, I don't think life was made to be lived alone all the time. So that's what I believe. Guys, if you want to add anything, I forgot to say it before, but if you want to add any comments during the questions, you can say, okay? You can say it. There's no problem. And we have some time. Would you guys like to choose a question for us to discuss, to comment? What do you think?
Yeah, I want to choose one. I want to choose number 9, question number 9. Can you share a positive experience you've had while you spend time alone? Well, yeah, for a long time, I don't spend time alone, like alone. Just early in the morning that I have, this time for me. But one of the good memories that I have, early in the morning is when I love to practice running. So like twice or three times a week, I always try to practice running. And sometimes you are not in the mood to practice exercise because you wake up early, you have a really busy routine. But one day I remember that I saw the sunrise, because it was really early in the morning. And when I saw that, I like you start to think about your life, the things that you have. In my case, my family, that is everything for me, the things that I achieved so far, and the sacrifice that in my case, what I have done to be where I am right now. So for me, the beauty of the nature, the sunrise, it was something really nice to see. And I felt like I was the only one that was watching it because it was so early, and I like nobody was on the street, and I was like, oh my God, it it is all for me. So it was something memorable, for me. So yeah, I love it. And you, Sarah, tell me everything, girl.
Yeah, it was a privilege only for you. I was here thinking that was exclusive moment you had. Yeah, I had recently. I'm trying to have more times alone because I understand that I need to be with myself more. Last year I was last year 2023. Yeah, last year I've been to the concert because I really wanted to go, and the other times I have traveled. Uh, I have traveled by myself, but I always stayed at parents at houses of other people, like relatives, friends. And this was the first time I didn't stay with anybody. I booked a hotel for 3 days, and I was there alone all by myself, and it was so nice because I wake I woke up like 6 a.m. or 6:30, really early, and I had breakfast, and then I came back to the room because I was like, oh, there is no need to hurry. I can do things my own time, so that was really nice. And I got to see my favorite band. It was a little bit scary because it was a big city, Belo Horizonte, and I'm from interior, so I didn't know how to get to places, and I was just doing it, living life, and it was really exciting because I realized I can do things by myself. I don't need to wait for others if I want to enjoy a concert, a movie, or whatever. So if I can go to another state, I can go to the beach and you know eat something and just be there. So that was a great experience that I had with myself, and I wanna have a do over this year with other types of experiences for sure. And you, Leticia, can you share about yours?
So I don't remember a big experience, but it's important. I think 1 or 2 years ago, I I had finished the class at the college, and I decided to go a fair of books, and I passing all the afternoon there, and I enjoy a lot. I bought some books, and it was amazing for me because, as you said, I realized that I can be happy alone. I can do things that I like without other people. So I think it's interesting because when you are alone, you have the opportunity to choose what things you can do. So you finish knowing a little more about ourselves, about what our profession. So I really like to think about this side, you know, because sometimes we forgot the things that we like, the things that we want to do, and I really like to experience the time alone and doing things like this, go to library or just go outside and stay with me. And you, Michael?
In my situation, it's in 1 year in 2019. I think the and I live in my master degree. I am live in alone in big city Recife, Pernambuco, and I I I live alone, and in my experience positive que I need people. My mind my mind it's the function better, and when I am socializing from people, I am talking from people, I am I am cook from people, and drink and eat foods for people. uh, my life in 2029 in 2019, I'm sorry, it's no good alone. It's in my positive experience is I need people. I think alone it's no happy. It's happy for people. It's my case. It's it's positive case. I think this is.
Maybe a time you could eat something all by yourself because you were alone could be a good experience.
it,
For
it's
sure.
yeah. No, yes, eat eat alone. Eat alone is okay, but cook alone, it's for me it's no good. But my positive experience is I need people from talking, socializing, and party. Yes.
Yeah, we can enjoy both, right? I totally see your point, and it makes a lot of sense. So, since we are talking about this, let's go to question number 8 to finish. Michael, do you find solo activities more fulfilling, or do you prefer group activities? So we kind of know it, but can you comment a little bit more about it?
Yes, I think it depends. The activity for solo is okay. Sleep is okay, but and play for football, it's solo, it's no good. I think it depends for activity. Yeah, is the activity for solo is good. From I like play in video games solo. I don't like play from any people, but and play from from and football and volleyball. It's many people. Oh, other example is it's academic and gym. I love gym, but I like solo. I don't like the many people. It's I think it depends for active. And you, Bruno?
Man, I totally agree with you. I think that there are some activities that we can do alone. We can make it alone. For example, soccer, volleyball. But I believe that the main point is you need to learn how to do the things alone. For example, people like to go to the gym with other people, and they form a group and they start to training all together. But when you want to use the oh my God, how can I say it? The equipment, yeah, equipment people are using, so it's like it's boring, because you are alone, you want to use that, but a group of people that are friends, they are using it, and if let's say that most of the people of that group, they 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 are not going to the gym today, for example, if there is one person that wants to go to the gym, probably that person will not go because this person don't want to train alone, go to the gym alone. So it's kind of boring, I believe that people need to learn how to to make the activities alone sometimes, so that's the big thing, I believe. And you, Leticia, what do you think about it?
So I agree with you guys. I think depends. Me, for example, I really like to read alone because I like to pay attention, to take notes while I'm reading. But for example, I prefer watching movies with with someone, because I like to say some comments during the movie. I know that some people doesn't like it, but I like to comment the movie, and I can do it alone. So I think depends totally. And you, Sarah?
I think you are not welcome in the movies because you comment during the movie, people will not like you. Just joking. Yeah, I believe that I'm a people person. I'm here talking about how life changing it was to go to a concert by myself. But I'm a little bit like Michael, I guess. I like to be with others and sharing a good memory. For example, my graduation. If I didn't have anybody to invite, I would never have had the party, because for me it doesn't make sense to me to celebrate alone. But other people might say, oh, it is an achievement, I'm gonna celebrate it anyway. They are 100% right, but in my case, I like to have my peeps around, my family, friends, and share a good moment. So yeah, I believe for me, it's more fulfilling to be with others than to be alone. Yeah, to share the things, the experiences, And if you travel by yourself, nobody is there to take your picture, so it's not nice. I don't like selfies all the time. Guys, I'm gonna call the others back. Does anybody wanna make a comment or share anything else?
The questions were great, as always, right? As always. And one thing that I was thinking about, the question number, let me see, 7, that you said, the balance between socializing and having time for yourself. When you start to speaking, I realized that sometimes we need to have this in mind, like we need to find a balance to not be alone for so long, and at the same time, sometimes we need to be alone, so we need to find this balance, because if we spend so much time alone, we can be depressed and upset. So it's important to notice it. And so really, I agree with you, and really good question.
Thank you for sharing, Bruno. It was a pleasure to have you here with us. And yeah, I would say that balance is a good word to define that, Natalia, how was the meeting for you?
Was nice, but I realized that I'm not a person that like to stay alone.
So you do prefer to have moments with other people than alone activities, for example?
Yes, I would say, yes.
Yeah, we were talking about question number 7, which is how to find this balance between alone time and time with company, for example. What do you think?
So for me, Sarah, to be really honest, I realized that every time that I have energy, I prefer to spend with people, you know? For me, it's like I love to stay at home and relax, but it's because I'm tired. Not because, okay, I have energy, so I stay here, watch Netflix. No, I never do this. But since I'm tired half of my time, so I'm doing a balance in my life.
Found this balance. I understand. So let me just take a little break here. We have Phil. Hey, Phil, good evening.
Hey everyone, just checking to see if everything is okay. Hello, Alexandre, Natalia,
Hello.
Elton, Michael, everybody.
Hello.
I got a message from someone that couldn't attend the meeting, so I was checking if everything is okay.
Yeah, nice to have you here. I had a problem with my computer, but we could work it out.
Okay, so thank you. So perfect.
Thank
I
you for
guess
coming.
you are in a very cold weather.
Yeah, -20 at the moment.
-20, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
How
hot
can you
as
survive?
yeah. So yeah, but it's been good. It's been good.
Guys, let me share
Alright.
the survey. You know how it works. Or you can go there and give us a feedback about this meeting, suggestions about other topics. Okay. And well, Elton, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Let me see. Question number 6. Are there specific places you like to visit when spending time alone?
Well, like I said before, I like to go to the park for a walk alone when I am alone because sometimes I am with my daughter and when I am with her, I like to go for another park because the park that I like to go is a park that don't have any kind of playgrounds or something like that. So when I am alone, I like to go to walk between the trees in a to have more contact with the nature, with plants, with animals or something like that.
Do you have like a favorite place to spend with your daughter, like a park or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you so much for answering. And you, Yanka, how are you about this spending time alone?
I I really enjoy to spend time alone, but I realize that I have to balance better this because if depend only to me, I will spend just time alone and isn't good. When I arrive in the main room, Bruno was saying that uh it's we have to worry to do not be depressing or things like that. And I agree because we have to find a balance. It's good to spend time alone, but it's good to have moments with our friends, as Natalia said before, and cultivate memories maybe. So I'm in there. I'm in the way, trying.
A work in progress. Understand. And you, Ale, I don't think you like to be alone. You like a social guy. At least it seems like that. How are you?
Yeah, but I don't have
Which one?
so much energy to spend in a group. When I was in Vancouver, it was hard to spend all day in the downtown in the school. In the afternoon, I was very tired. I need to have a little time to rest and start again because I feel very tired. And so I can spend less time in a group socializing. I like the better place to socialize is talk and talk, right? Because you say, homies, you meet a lot of people, and then you get, it's a good place to socialize. But I prefer staying more alone, doing my thing alone.
Works. Thank you for sharing about yourself, guys. Once again, I invite you to come next week, okay? And thank you for coming. Have a good night and take care. Study. For those who are on vacation, enjoy it and see you next week. Okay?
See you.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Good to
Have a
see
good
you.
Bye,
one.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.